We entered into the last 5 minutes of this second race because that decision is coming up far too soon, to be honest, and the end of the race is coming far too soon because this is brilliant.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call you out here, Jack. 5 minutes left of the race. Who is taking this win?
Whoa, no, I'm the lead commentator. I ask you the questions. I put you on the firing line for everybody else. And to be honest, I'm going to predict Jack Mack. I think we'll be speaking to him last in the driver interviews. I think he's got the pace on Smith. I think Smith will be so set on defending. I don't think Smith is going to have a sniff at the race victory unless McIntyre tries something and it goes Pete Tong. Axelson and Nicky Taylor are swapping positions. Axelson looking on the outside, Nicky having that inside flick and managing to keep the side on the circuit. And here comes Jack Mack on the inside of Corkscrew. And I think Felvis is just going to get in the way of Smith. He can't outbrake McIntyre. But there we go, down through the Corkscrew. Fair play to Jack Smith, holding off the attack because that looked like it was McIntyre's for the taking.
You know what? That there was absolute grit and determination. Jack Smith saw McIntyre going up the inside and braked as late as he possibly could. The car was skew with going into the Corkscrew, and yet somehow he got it stopped and set McIntyre up to go around the outside.
This is Smith's opportunity. This is going to be Smith's opportunity. I think McIntyre is going to go for a move on Smith, but Smith needs to make the move on Felvis now, otherwise he's going to find himself in third place before he knows it. Felvis defending hard. You can see how desperate Smith is to try and get up the inside of him. McIntyre doing everything he can just to keep his car out of trouble. More than anything, McIntyre is not trying to overtake Smith here. He's just trying to avoid contact but keep momentum because Nicky Taylor has invited himself to have a go as well. Carl Felvis has really and truly reinvented the Truly train here. There's a 5-way battle for a race lead, and Felvis is leading it brilliantly. Smith defending on McIntyre. Axelson gets through on Nicky Taylor. That's big news. So Axelson is just behind Nicky Taylor. So now these three drivers all fighting for second place, essentially, will know full well all three championship rivals are nose to tail, and Felvis is the cork in the bottle, and he's being a brilliant cork as well, isn't he? 6/10 the gap now instantly opens up. That will close as soon as these drivers get even a 1/10 of a second away from each other, but McIntyre goes for the look at the inside. It doesn't happen. I tell you what, this is going to be really, really tight, and I have missed this so much.
My heart is beating so fast right now. This is absolutely fantastic racing from all these drivers. It just shows, I was just about to say, Nicky Taylor had every right to be up battling these guys at the front. Oh, and a mistake by Kyle Felvis.
That could be dangerous. That could be dangerous for him because I don't know if it's a mistake or if he was just really keen to get over to the left-hand side. But we're going to go 3 wide into T1, and Axelson is in prime position. I want to be in Axelson's seat right now. Felvis is defending. Smith is going to try and push around the outside. There's a late break, but he's gone wide. Smith goes wide. McIntyre looks at the inside. He gets the second apex. This could be crucial for the race victory here. This could potentially be crucial going down the line in the championship as well. They keep it clean, and it's as you are, which I can't quite believe. I'm actually having to take a breath there, Dave. Sorry, I was sort of decompressing. I was thinking, what on earth am I going to say next? Because I don't know how many superlatives you can actually throw at this race right now. It's absolutely brilliant. Felvis, fantastic defense. Smith attacking and defending at the same time. His car placement has been superb. McIntyre throwing everything at it. Axelson trying to just wait and see what on earth is going on. You can't blame Axelson for not trying to get involved in this fight. There's not enough space on this track for 3 wide. McIntyre goes wide. Smith has seen that. Smith is going for the move on the outside. And here we go. This could be race-defining move right now. And it's a race-defining moment because there's contact between Felvis and Smith. Smith goes wide. Axelson's been in the mix as well. And unfortunately, for both of those drivers, they're at the back of this little train. That doesn't mean they're out the race. They still pick up good points. But that was a race-defining moment. And Carl Felvis and Jack Smith making contact. That is the story of this race now. That's the headline because it's been so brilliant. It had to come to a head at some point, Dave.
I mean, I don't know really what to say. What a fantastic race that was up to that point, and I still think we're on for a hell of a race here. This is going to come down to this lap alone, and I tell you what, I can just tell Nicky Taylor here has got the bit between his teeth. He's going to keep the pressure on the back of McIntyre here, and this is not going to be easy. Felvis though, what can I say about Felvis? He has kept his absolute cool the entire time. It looked to me like Smith went for a risky move round the outside towards a corkscrew. Felvis saw it, just held him wide. It was a clip of back wheel to front wheel which pinged up Smith's front wheel, and I tell you what, the pressure is properly on now for Felvis. This is where Felvis will be praying that Taylor does him a favour and starts to try and put a move on McIntyre.
Yeah, and you know, you'd probably put your money on Nicky Taylor putting a move on someone else. We have to think about driver of the day. We're voting on it in our Discord right now. Normally we like to take your votes into consideration, but to be honest, I think it's pretty unanimous from our perspective of who it's going to be. As I go through corkscrew, it could well and truly be sewed up, as it looks like McIntyre. No, it's just a little bit of a different line there. Felvis still leading the way. McIntyre still in second place. Taylor may be looking up the inside. No, I think they're quite happy with how they go at the moment, as long as no mistakes are made. Felvis goes a little bit short through the penultimate corner. He's going defensive, and Nicky Taylor looks up the inside. That could be a huge move as McIntyre goes a little bit wide. I think Felvis gets the run. Is he going to have the run? No, McIntyre's ahead. McIntyre gets his race victory ahead of Carl Felvis on the final corner.
Oh my
Nicky
God.
Taylor's in third place, and I cannot believe that Carl Felvis has lost that race on the final corner. It really does break your heart sometimes in motorsport, but sometimes it also makes it stop dead. And half that race, my heart was in my mouth.